Was Orlando Bloom's split from Katy Perry really as simple as it seemed, or was something more unexpected simmering beneath the surface? Just days after the world learned they'd gone their separate ways, Bloom was photographed in Venice, Italy, sharing a water taxi with a woman no one recognized at first glance. She wasn't just any brunette, she was someone deeply connected to Perry herself. As the rain poured over Jeff Bezos' extravagant pre-wedding celebration, cameras captured a moment that would spark countless rumors and leave fans wondering, was this an innocent escape from the storm, or the first sign of a deeper betrayal? Venice was alive with luxury that weekend. Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez had gathered an elite circle of celebrities for what was already being called the wedding event of the year. But while most eyes were on the guest list, Orlando Bloom was quietly slipping into a water taxi as dark clouds rolled across the Grand Canal. A sudden downpour sent partygoers scattering for shelter, and that's when photographers captured Bloom huddled close to a striking brunette whose identity no one could quite place. The two of them, framed against the rain-soaked city, looked relaxed, almost too comfortable. For many, it was the first clue that Bloom's breakup might not be the whole story. It didn't take long for the tabloids to uncover who she was. The woman sitting beside Orlando wasn't a secret fling or a random acquaintance. She was Jamie Mizrahi, one of Hollywood's most sought-after stylists, and, more importantly, a longtime friend and collaborator of Katy Perry herself. Jamie had dressed Perry for countless red carpets and photo shoots, quietly standing behind some of her most iconic looks. Her ties to Meghan Markle and other A-list names only added to the intrigue, but it was her history with Katy that made this moment feel almost surreal. To outsiders, it seemed unthinkable. Just days after a high-profile breakup, Bloom was already sharing private moments with someone so firmly rooted in his ex's inner circle. While Orlando appeared carefree in Venice, insiders claimed Katy Perry felt blindsided. She was thousands of miles away, immersed in tour rehearsals and grappling with the fallout of a strained relationship. Seeing photos of Orlando and Jamie together reportedly hit her harder than she expected. One source described it as a knife to the heart, even if she knew deep down there might be nothing romantic happening. After all, trust doesn't vanish overnight. But watching her ex share a laugh with someone she'd confided in for years stirred up a wave of doubt. Some said Katy couldn't help but wonder, if this was how easily boundaries blurred, what else might she have missed? Long before Venice, the cracks had already begun to show. Orlando and Katy's relationship had never been entirely stable. They'd broken up once before, only to reunite when it felt like neither could stay away. But over the past year, insiders said the tension was impossible to ignore. Katy was under intense pressure as she prepared to release new music and face a public that was quick to criticize every move. Her album delays and lukewarm reviews weighed heavily on her confidence. Meanwhile, Orlando felt himself drifting further away from the woman he'd once called his soulmate. Friends close to the couple revealed that by the holidays, small arguments piled up into bigger ones, until even everyday conversations turned into reminders of how far apart they'd grown. For Bloom, stepping away felt like the only way to feel like himself again. For Orlando, Venice seemed like a breath of fresh air after months of quiet turmoil. Dressed in an immaculate beige suit, he mingled effortlessly among the world's most recognizable faces. At brunch, he was spotted deep in conversation with Oprah Winfrey, who, according to witnesses, offered him a few words of encouragement. Later, he shared a water taxi ride with Tom Brady, trading stories and easy laughter, as if the past year hadn't been a constant tug-of-war behind closed doors. Some guests said it was the happiest they'd seen him in ages, liberated, unburdened, and ready to reclaim parts of himself that had been lost in the shadow of a relationship that no longer worked. In that rain-slicked city, Bloom looked like a man savoring his freedom, even if only for a weekend. Despite Orlando's apparent ease, whispers about the couple's troubles had been swirling for months. Reports suggested that the strain wasn't just about busy schedules, it was about growing emotional distance. Fans speculated that Katy's intense tour commitments combined with her high-profile spaceflight plans only made things worse. Some insiders claimed the pair had been living almost separate lives for a while, their connection fraying with each missed call and canceled plan. Rumors suggested that tension reached a breaking point shortly after Katy's Video Vanguard Award performance last September, signaling the beginning of a more permanent split. While none of this is confirmed, the timing of Orlando's Venice appearance with Jamie Mizrahi certainly added fuel to the fire. With so many questions left unanswered, fans are left wondering what comes next for Orlando, Katy, and Jamie. Will Orlando and Katy find a way back to friendship, or has the chapter truly closed? And what about Jamie Mizrahi? Was this just a chance moment caught on camera, or the start of something new? Only time will tell if Venice was simply a rainy day escape, or the first glimpse of a complicated new dynamic. One thing's for sure, this story isn't over, and the next twist could be just around the corner. Orlando, Bloom, and Katy Perry's breakup was never going to be simple, but the Venice encounter with Jamie Mizrahi adds a whole new layer to the story. From strained careers to tangled friendships, it's clear that sometimes the people closest to us can change everything when we least expect it. Whether this moment in a rain-soaked water taxi marks the start of something new or just a fleeting connection, it's a reminder that in the world of fame and love, nothing is ever quite what it seems. What do you think really happened in Venice? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates on this unfolding story.